New Orleans and the Gulf Coast are struggling to recover from Hurricane Katrina. Daily's Carlson is here to show us how the movie industry is actually helping in that effort.
Well, you know, Mike, believe it or not, even after the Katrina disaster, New Orleans is still one of the top places in the country for making movies.
What do Denzel Washington and Ashley Judd have in common other than Hollywood stardom? They both shot their most recent films in Louisiana.
Cut!
This is shooting for Last Resort, a film by Lionsgate, the same company that won awards last year for Crash.
The governor's office here in Louisiana actually says that tax incentives put both in place before Hurricane Katrina as well as after Hurricane Katrina had made Louisiana the #3 place to shoot movies in the country, right behind Los Angeles and New York.
We had no idea how successful it would be because really it was an industry that we had no experience in prior to the introduction of the incentive program.
That incentive program has attracted big budgets and big names, including the Brad Pitt movie now shooting in New Orleans. So how good are the incentives that a production would leave the entertainment capital of the world for the backwaters of the bayou?
There's a 20% on the total Louisiana aggregate payroll, and then on the investor side of their budget, it was between 10 to 15% depending on what their total budget was.
Since 2003, the movie business has been booming in the Pelican State. Runaway Jury solidified the state as a player in the business. Deja Vu was the first major film to return in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. And the new Robert De Niro film will be splitting time between New Orleans and Shreveport, Louisiana, scheduled for shooting in January.
Rolling! We're rolling!
Facilities like Panavision and the new film factory, which broke ground recently, have created a film infrastructure. Director of The Last Resort, Chris Moore, says not only does the diversity of locations offer a plus, but being in a state where movies are new makes going to work a little more fun.
So you feel like you're doing something special. Whereas in LA, a lot of times, it just feels like work.
The city's exotic appeal to Hollywood goes back to the 1930s with classic movies like Mae West's Belle of the 90s.
Thanks, Karen.